Go live.
Hey! I think we're live.
Yes.
Hi!
Hello.
How's everyone doing this week?
Oi.
Welcome. You made it.
Well, a week until.
Yeah. So, we made it. You know, they announced this thing, 4 or 5 years ago, that this was the movie that was happening, and oh my goodness, been counting down the days ever since, and it's literally like single digits, man. We are pretty much there at this point. But with that comes a whole bunch of discussion. I've seen on YouTube, like literally every nerd channel is being like, hey, here's a 15-minute long video of what's happened in the MCU so far.
Yeah.
And they're all like, we didn't want to watch the shows. So,
yeah.
And they don't really tie into the movies anyway. They won't really have anything to do with Infinity War. But no, it's awesome because I love it whenever like something big like that happens, where either a movie or a game, you always have like a whole bunch of channels that are like, oh, we're gonna do this is what happened before this came out, and like what is it? I saw a lot with God of War.
Knocked over the mic. God of War that sorry to interrupt you. Knocked over the mic. We're good.
Yeah. So yeah, happened with a lot with God of War that came out this past Friday, and I want to kind of talk about that for a tiny bit, but especially with Avengers coming out this week. Oh my goodness gracious. You got your tickets? Yes, I got my tickets. I know that because we're sitting next to each other in the theater. Because the assigned seating is a thing that happens now.
I don't want to talk about that. I'll get pissed.
But no, dude, this week, man. But because of that, whenever you have a big movie like this come out, you always have a new drink of the week that comes out. I almost got a little ahead of myself. So I found out Dylan's never had ginger ale. So we've got, how do you say that? Schwapes? Schwapeppers. We got Schwapeppers ginger ale that we're trying out as the weekly soda of the week this week. So before we get into any talking of the nerd, we're going to get this puppy cracked open and we are getting started. You ready to start talking nerd, Dylan?
Represent them Goomba Nation.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and alrighty. Here we go. So you want to try it first? You've never had it.
It's probably better for me. I've had an upset stomach.
Yeah, go for it. So, first thing I want to talk about before we get into anything movie related, before you watch any movies, you always have trailers, and there was a whole bunch of gross.
There's no real taste to it.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
It's
I can see it being good for stomach aches, but I don't know.
Right?
Ain't bad.
There's no caffeine, so I'm like, what's the point?
It's like Sprite.
Yeah. No. A whole bunch of trailers came out this week, and by that I mean I can think of 2.
I gotta turn my sound down.
I can think of 2. Have we talked about the Solo trailer? Did we talk about that last week?
I want to say we did.
You know what? As ginger ales go, this ain't bad. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold up.
No, I don't like it.
Not a fan.
I want to say we did. Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, we're not going to spend too much time talking about that one if we already talked about it. So let's talk about the 2 trailers. You know you're going to get them tied to Infinity War because everyone's like, hey, let's get our big movie that's coming out this summer and throw it into Infinity War. So trailer numero uno would be, let's talk about Jurassic World.
Did not watch it.
You didn't see the new trailer? Really?
No.
Okay. Well, honestly, part of me thinks you're not missing too much, except Bryce Dallas Howard.
Love her.
Yeah, so Bryce Dallas Howard is in this movie, and that's about it. That's all you need to know. No, with this one, you get the first introduction, like real introduction of the Indoraptor. You know, you kind of saw it in the trailer that came out with the Super Bowl, but this one, you like see him full force. You can tell he's the antagonist, and pretty much, well, yeah, you get this introduction. You're like, hey, yeah, they made it because we already did that one time and it worked.
Yeah,
you know, because I like the Indominus Rex. I actually thought that was a really cool idea. You know, I
did not,
and I respect that. Although I think it would have been cool if they saved that for like a sequel or something. I don't know. Like I liked the thing I liked about the first movie was that it was Oh, excuse me. The thing I liked about the first movie is that it was the park was already established and it was running. You know, you never really had that in the first one. You know, they were trying to set it up and then it kind of went awry when they were testing it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this one, the Jurassic World 1, you know, it's a established theme park. People are there. It's awesome, you know, and people are almost bored, you know, and part of me thought, you know what, you could that would have been cool all by itself, in my opinion, you know. But the Indominus Rex I thought was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
You know, if a bit OP, but I think that was the point, you know. But I don't know. The fact that they're doing it again, except it's just smaller. I'm just like, have we not learned our lesson?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess you could say that about all the Jurassic Park movies, but especially with the genetic modifying thing, the idea is cool, you know, because really the whole of Jurassic Park has been about genetic modification. They talk about that in the first movie. Like, yeah, we have to fill up holes in the genome to actually give you these animals. This aren't the real animal that we had 65 million years ago. You know, we had to do some genetic editing.
Yeah.
So you knew eventually, like that the possibilities there. But we're doing it again where it's just smaller, and the only difference is that it's not on the island.
It's on the city, like in the Lost World.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like they use Blue, the raptor.
Blue ain't gonna make it.
Well, maybe, I don't know. But it looks like they're using Blue to create this animal because they're like, oh, Blue's the last of her kind. You need to make sure she makes it back.
Yeah.
And so you find out in the trailer, oh, they use Blue to create this creature. So it's technically a clone of Blue.
Yeah.
So there's probably, I don't know if there's going to be any relation or tie to that. Probably not. I don't know. But no, there were some pretty okay shots. Like the trailer opens up with Chris Pratt in a like 18-wheeler cab with a sedated Tyrannosaurus. And because I know you've seen that in at least one shot of something, right? Because that's been in
the only thing I've seen. This is kind of unrelated, but the only thing I've seen is the new toys that came out this week for Jurassic World that
cool.
I had to put out. So there is a toy set that is a dinosaur transporter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's just something like that.
Man, if I had $1 million, I'd buy all of them. I love.
It's a lot of them are cool, but they're not as cool as they were when Jurassic Park 3 came out. That was, I think,
that was the epitome of dinosaur toys. I will second that. That electronic Spinosaur.
Still never got it.
Yeah, I know. I gotta find that on Amazon.
Now they have
colossal T-Rex.
Yeah, well, a lot of the toys are the same toys that came out for Jurassic World.
They're just rebranded.
In different packaging.
Oh, lovely.
But continue.
Can't save them all.
No.
But no. I don't know. It didn't get me more excited about it, honestly. I was like, oh yeah, that's a movie. Like I said, and I've said this before, I'm more excited about the video game.
Yeah.
Evolution than I am about the movie itself. However, part of me is, I know I'm going to enjoy it, you know, because people are like, oh, the second and third movies are bad. I still find enjoyment in them. Because like it's freaking dinosaurs, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's like my guilty pleasure with the Transformer movies.
Yeah.
Like I can turn my brain off and watch it as an action movie, and it's kick butt.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case for this one. I don't think, honestly, I don't see it being better than Jurassic World. And honestly, I don't think you like Jurassic
I don't
World.
hate it. It's okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good. It was just, there was a lot of interesting things I liked about it. And I think this one's going to be, the thing I saw, the director had an interesting tweet because he said something about the sequel to like the third Jurassic World movie. You know, he's going to do a third Jurassic World movie after this one. And he was talking about the tone of all of them. He said the first one was like an action adventure.
Yeah.
And then the second one, this one that's coming out, it's going to be something of like a horror film. He said he's going to try and make it like a thriller horror film, you know? So we might get a completely different tone.
I dig.
And, you know, you could kind of see that in some of the trailers.
Yeah.
Especially there's some shots where I'm like, oh my God. Like there's one shot where it's these surfers and people on a beach, and this guy's like surfing on this massive wave, and you see the silhouette of the mosasaur like in the wave about to eat one of the surfers. Oh my god, no thank you. So mosasaur's coming back. He's probably got Indominus in his belly. He already pooped it out by now. But spoiler alert for Jurassic World if you haven't seen that 3-year-old movie. But no, I mean, I'm gonna see it probably opening night.
Yeah, if I'm off work, I'll see it opening night.
Yeah. I am really excited about that.
I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are dogging out the trailer. I had a problem with the first one. First trailer,
Jurassic World trailer?
Yes.
Got that terrible note.
Yeah, the new trailer. The new movie. Yeah, I hated the
I'm not
first
a fan
trailer.
of the first
second trailer, I was like, it's all right. I haven't seen the new one.
Oh yeah.
But
the new one, it doesn't have the terrible, awful music that the first one had. It just looked like the first one, it looks like is the beginning of the movie where they're going to the island to take care of the dinosaurs. Honestly, I thought that would have been a cool concept.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got to go protect the dinosaurs. But it looks like the other half of the movie is going to be
I'm very confused.
On Earth, like on Earth.
On Earth, yeah.
Shut up. It's going to be in like the city and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't care like for that, you know?
The city?
Yeah, the city part. Like,
I don't know.
Part of me, like, I don't care about that. Like, I like the idea of, hey, we're doing a rescue operation to save the dinosaurs. We've never seen that before, where we're trying to actually protect the dinosaurs. I think that would have been totally fine.
I like the idea of dinosaurs being in the city. I think that's kind of kick A.
Yeah.
But it's also not, I don't know, you have to see how it works. Because in Jurassic Park 2, the government gets involved.
Yeah.
But like in this one, I don't know the length of it. Because
it's the government being like, hey, we can weaponize this and make millions. They literally say that in the trailer.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. They say, oh, yeah, you know what a raptor, a trained raptor, a trained animal could make us millions. So bad guys being like, oh, we want to make money. Let's make a monster. And then they make the monster's going to eat him. You've seen it a billion times.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, I am hopefully optimistic. And at the end of the day, I will probably enjoy it for the sake that it is another dinosaur movie. And I love me some dinos. So, no, the other trailer that came out, and this was relatively recent.
The Deadpool trailer.
Yeah.
That was a fun trailer.
That was really fun, yeah. Although I don't think they paid for any other songs. Except the Mama Said Knock You Out song.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they paid for any other songs because that one's been literally the same. I mean, it fits the tone for sure.
LL Cool J.
It is very action heavy. All the trailers are very action heavy. And some of the jokes were really, really funny. I enjoyed them. They're very fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
Example. Something about he calls Josh Brolin Thanos.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. I didn't expect them to go the whole
DC.
Yeah, the knocking out DC.
Yeah. I was like, wait, can you legally do that? But at the same time, they did that in the first one with the Green Lantern joke.
Yeah, but he's in Green Lantern.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. No, that was really funny.
I was not expecting that, and that was funny.
Yeah. No, I was like, so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC Universe.
It was really funny.
My only problem with the movie so far
is
that it looks like it's just Terminator.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you know what it is? Guy from a different time.
Terminator 2, I guess.
Coming in to kill a kid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Deadpool. I probably won't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be better than the first?
I have no idea.
I honestly,
I hope so. I'm not a big Josh Brolin fan, but I think he looks just like Cable. So
yeah,
I don't have a problem with the movie trailers I've seen so far. I only know one person who's had a problem with them, and Jeremy Johns.
Oh yeah,
he didn't like the second one.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, the only parts that made me laugh were the end.
The end is hilarious,
great.
But I liked all of it.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of it. The what is it? Stinking the spinny. He's doing the spin in the back of the truck.
Yeah, making fun of the X-Men origins.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious. He's still getting shot.
Yeah,
so freaking funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite part is the very, very end with what was it? Is his name Peter?
I think so.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I don't have any powers.
I just saw this.
I just saw the ad
on LinkedIn.com. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you're it, and then he's skydiving with them. Hilarious.
Yeah. No, it'll be funny.
Yeah. If nothing else, it will be entertaining.
Even if the story's bad, it'll still be funny.
Yeah. And see, I gotta realize that, like, there are just movies that they're not good, but there's parts in it that made me go, yeah. Rampage was like that. Rampage, literally the entire movie up until about the last 20 minutes.
Godzilla,
even. Yeah, Godzilla. I was like, literally the last time I saw it in theaters, I was like, I really
that one
time I want to go home.
That time we saw it with our dad, I was so bored.
Yeah.
Until the
last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am very I'm optimistic about these, and I think if nothing else, there will be parts that are entertaining. And at the end of the day, the movie theater is always fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, I rarely go to the movie theater just to leave going, oh man, I really wish I didn't see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you had a movie like that recently?
Or I didn't want to.
Or you watched it and you were like, okay, I just wasted my time. I could think of the last one that happened for me.
What?
Last night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm in the theater. Never ever broke the fourth wall for me. I'm literally sitting in the theater going, I'm watching a movie. I'm watching a very bad movie.
That movie is long.
It is long, and the aspect ratio changes every other scene.
Oh, that movie's so bad. Transformers Last Night. I probably won't buy that one.
I can't blame you.
Because I'm looking at them now because that looks nice.
Yeah, that does.
I have all
really,
four
really
of them,
nice.
but if I buy it, it's a different spine.
Oh, no.
So unless they release a spine that has the Target exclusive covering on it, then I won't buy it. Yeah,
see, I was kind of upset that the steelbooks for all the Star Wars movies, they started changing those. Because they re-released the steelbooks of the old, what's it called? The original trilogy and the prequels, right? And they all had the same Preakness. They all had the same look, the same spine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just a character, and they all had the same spine. And then Force Awakens came out. It was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
With it, except it was like the letters were a little different. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's fine. Rogue One, nothing. You don't even get the title of it. You just see the characters on the spine.
Or
Last Jedi is a little bit better with it, but it's completely different.
Did you get the steelbook for Last Jedi?
I gotta own it now.
You're buying that movie?
I didn't buy it. I wasn't gonna buy it. That was my thing. My mother-in-law bought it, as well as she got me Thor Ragnarok and Justice League. She got me all three.
We got Preak Nation in the chat.
Hey, that's right.
Preak
That's
Nation.
right. Preak Nation.
I will not buy the Last Jedi.
I can't blame you.
You don't have Rogue One. You have El Rogue.
I have El Rogue Uno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife bought me Rogue One for Valentine's Day, and it was the steelbook because I specifically wanted the steelbook, and it was perfect because when I got it, I looked on the back and all the the description on the back and everything was in Spanish, and oh gosh, she got so upset because it is so hard to find those things. And she found it, and when she found it, it was all in Spanish, and bless her sticking heart. So I have actually not tested it out yet, so I don't know if the movie's in Spanish, but I'm pretty sure you can.
There's probably audio. Yeah, you probably adjust the English.
Yeah, which is fine. For some reason, my Netflix account automatically goes to French.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like whenever I'm watching something there, like I completely forget that I'm watching. That I completely forget about the settings until they start talking, and they're all talking en français.
Whose Netflix are you on? My Netflix?
It's mine. It's technically Mom's.
Oh yeah, it's not mine. Maybe she's trying to kick you off.
Maybe. You got me beat. No, it was. So yeah, sorry. Trailers. That was it. That's all I could think of that came out this week. You know what came out that I got last night?
Let me guess.
Some Gao. What? I'm sorry.
What?
I'll let you get. G-O-W, Gao.
God of War?
God of War. You're absolutely freaking right. Oh my goodness. You seen those reviews?
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Heck yeah. How was what?
How was God of War?
Oh, how is God of War? Now, I haven't gotten too far in it. I only played it for about a few hours last night. Oh my goodness gracious, that game is fantastic. It's literally like playing a movie. It is like playing a freaking movie. And no, because I had played the original 6 games, and at a point, like, the combat was kind of repetitive because you literally just playing square, square, triangle through until you win the game or something like that. But no, this one, it is just completely tonally changed. It's almost like Logan. It kind of reminded me of like the Logan of the God of War series or something.
I feel it.
And I am so excited to be getting into the rest of the game. However, I've got to quit going on YouTube because I looked up a whole bunch of reviews on God of War before I bought it. And now I get a whole bunch of suggestions. Yes, it is a PS4 exclusive. And I get a whole bunch of suggested videos, and they're like, they're spoilers for the game.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, the boss fight with insert spoiler here. I'm like, I wish I didn't see that. That would have been awesome. Apparently there's a whole bunch of cool things, but like 2 or 3 things I know are going to be in the game now, which I'm like, I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even if they say spoiler-free review, because I was watching a Boogie review on it, and Boogie's usually pretty solid.
Yeah.
But he spoiled the game for me.
Did he?
Yeah, just doing a review. And he's just like, oh, yeah, and, when it ends, when you defeat blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the heck, Boogie?
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, first boss fight in it.
Yeah. Do you fight the Norse gods?
I have not gotten that far.
First couple ones when you fight the Greek gods?
I have not gotten that far. I have no idea. Oh God, yeah, he is looking at you.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah. So we got Pennywise in the background.
Pennywise poster just staring at the viewers right now. If you're watching this, if you're listening on iTunes, you're fine.
Yeah.
But if not, Pennywise is
staring at the people in the chat. So 100%. We apologize, Mr. Chapstick and Caitlin.
Mr. Chapstick.
Does it say Mr. Chapstick?
Mr. Chaptastic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He's all the way upstairs. I'm sorry. But no, I am having so much fun with it. I cannot wait to get home and play some more of that game. Hannah was invested. My wife was invested in the story like that. Like as soon as I got started with it, she was like, wait a second.
Hannah needs to be invested in getting me through Lego Superheroes 2 right now.
Marvel?
I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to be getting me through some levels right now.
Yeah, that's what she's been doing the past couple days, really.
I need her to be doing it right now.
Yeah. When I come home, she is playing that game like religiously.
Okay, Joe.
Do you know the next Lego game that's coming out?
Oh, and the Stupid Incredibles?
The Stupid Incredibles?
I mean, I'm excited for the Incredibles, but I think that's weird to make a game.
They're making a game because the hype for Incredibles is going to
What are they going to do? There's like...
You're playing through the first movie and the second movie. That's apparently the thing.
Okay. I need you...
It's better than The Hobbit, where it was just the first and second movie, and then they never had a third movie for the Hobbit game. It was stupid.
I'm going to need you to look at these masks here because we were going back to it earlier, and I wanted to talk about Jurassic World mask.
What the snot?
They sell these, and me and my buddy, the Mr. Chapstick, were at work the other day putting these out.
Uh-huh.
But they're freaky, dude.
You ain't kidding.
They're freaky. They make your eyes look super weird.
Yeah. That person's eyes look like fingers.
Yeah. Well, stupid.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
But yeah, hold on, I'm gonna post it to the chat. But yeah. So you were saying
the Mr. Chapstick.
The Mr. Chapstick.
But I say enough about that stuff. Okay, this is literally the only thing on my mind. I got tickets to like a fair that's coming up in a couple weeks. Hannah was asking me who I wanted to bring with me. You want to go to the fair with me? It's at Oak Mountain or something like that.
I don't like fairs as long as I don't have to ride anything.
That's fair. But literally, she was asking me who I wanted to bring, and I couldn't think about who I wanted to bring because I was so focused on Infinity War coming out this freaking week, man.
Yeah.
We're seeing it Thursday, we're seeing it Friday, and I am, oh my goodness, I am so stoked.
Walmart's got this excuse my French, but shipper, the giant like
sanctuary ship?
No, it's a retail term for you, buddy. A shipper. Basically, like, when you go to Walmart and there's like Rogue One, like all the merchandise and like a Rogue One little thing with like a poster in the middle.
Yeah.
There's a giant Infinity War one with a giant Thanos. I almost took a picture of it
at Walmart.
Where I got the Walmart exclusive Thanos pop.
Shoot, I know where we're going.
But I was there and they had like the people who were trying to sell you like service plans on each side who were like, hey, how much is your cable? I'm like, miss me with that.
Yeah.
So
just tell them that you already have it. Like Spectrum Wi-Fi came up to me and was like, hey, do you want to, what Wi-Fi service do you use? And I'm like, I use Spectrum. I looked at their
yeah.
shirt.
She was like, how much is your internet? I'm like, enough. And then I walked. That's not true.
That's not true.
But no. Yeah, you need to go check it out. But it's cool. No. But yeah, Infinity War's coming out this week. Got my tickets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read all the reviews tomorrow, all the spoiler reviews, and
please
going to tweet everything.
You better not do that. No, I actually had a conversation with Dylan today because he likes to spoil movies for people.
Let me rephrase that. I don't like to spoil movies for people. If people ask me, hey, does so-and-so die? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. So I don't have to worry about a random text that says Captain America dies.
Not unless you ask me, hey, dude, who dies in Infinity War? I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad you asked because here's the list.
No, I remember Last Jedi came out and you were like, hey, man, I know who Snoke is. And hey, I know who Rey's parents are. And then you told me that this, like, you want to talk about it, but the spoiler's not a big deal.
They're nobody.
Yeah. Spoiler. Because I know nobody saw that movie, right? No, I think a lot of people saw it.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry that a lot of people saw it.
But no.
I tried to save you because that is a stupid spoiler. I was trying to mentally prepare you to just have your expectations lowered.
Yeah, that is true. It did. It kind of did. I think I would have been more peeved. However, for this one, I don't care how minute the spoiler is. I don't want to know it. All right, like at all. Like I am actually probably going to unsubscribe from a whole bunch of.
What?
I don't know how to, like, I just want to stay away from anything because there was a guy on YouTube that said that he was going to. It was Comic Book Cast 2. You listen to him, Armin?
No.
Okay. He is like up to date. As soon as the stuff comes out, he posts a video of it, right?
Yeah.
And he was honest with the fans, and he said, all right, listen, the way that this works is if you want to maximize your view count, you got to post this stuff as soon as it comes out, right? And like if an end credit scene comes out, I have to, if I want to be relevant, I have to post it. That's just how his job is, right? And he was honest, and he said, okay, so whenever somebody spoils this thing, probably around the time that the world premiere is, which is tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Sunday, then he's gonna have to post something. And the thing that made me nervous was that he always posts, like if he says in credit scene to Infinity War, or I'll give you an example. He said in credit scene to Winter Soldier. To Black Panther, and the what's it called? Thumbnail. The thumbnail was Winter Soldier, so you knew immediately that Winter Soldier was going to be in one of the in credit scenes. So like my thing is, if I'm subscribed to him or if I'm looking at YouTube, I might just delete my YouTube app for a while. But if I'm like just scrolling down looking at my subscriptions and he says Infinity War in credit scenes and it's like Captain Marvel, then I'll be like, crap, I would love to have been surprised by that. But then when I'm waiting in the theater looking at the credits, I'm like, all right, let's see Captain Marvel, or something about Captain Marvel.
I think you're taking this a step too far.
With this movie, you have to. With this movie, it's more than just a movie. You know what I mean? And I think just for this movie, honestly, I didn't care. Like Last Jedi, I wasn't like freaking out about. This one, I want to experience it without any kind of anything related to a spoiler of anything. You know what I mean? Like if I'm thinking, oh, this might happen, and then it happens, meh. You know what I mean? I want to be 100% surprised. So I don't know. It makes me kind of nervous. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you are not going to go outright and spoil it for me.
Unless you ask.
I will not ask.
Like, unless you're just like, hey, man, I wonder what the next title of the movie is going to be called. Like, oh, yeah, it's called Secret Wars.
No, okay, so let me ask you this. Because this is something that I will probably ask.
Yes, sir.
If you text me saying, oh, I know who dies in Infinity War, and I say, is it a big character?
Yeah.
What will your answer to that be? Let's say it's Captain America, but I don't know it's Captain America. All right. And I just ask, okay, is it a big character?
Yes.
What will you say?
Yes.
You'll say yes.
Yes.
You won't say, oh, yeah, and it's Captain America.
No, I probably won't tell you who it is. I probably won't even text you unless you text me first.
Which I am going to try my best not to.
What? I'll need your video for the week.
You'll get my video for the week. You'll get my video for the week. That's the only thing. It's strictly business. I'm a strictly businessman.
Go ahead and say this. I don't know how our Friday video is going to work because we're seeing it Thursday and we're seeing it Friday. So, and I work till 3:30 on Friday, so that'll give me like 2 hours to edit it. So we may not have a video on Friday. We may.
Do you work on Friday?
I work till 3:30 on Friday. I just said that.
What time do you go in?
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
And
because I was thinking, we can have this discussion later. You guys are about to find our logistics of how we schedule our videos.
So
we can have this discussion later.
My point is, we may just do, because our original plan was to do our Infinity War video, the review on Friday.
Right.
But we might just do a podcast review.
With the review, yeah.
Yeah. It might be long.
Right.
So.
No. We'll find something for you guys. I'll figure out something to do for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we don't do anything, that is. But since Infinity War does come out this week, I have been doing a lot of. Have you binged the movies? I will only have been watching the ones that I think are going to be relevant because I don't think all of them are going to be relevant. No, I think about half.
I don't think Iron Man 3 will have anything to do with Infinity War.
No. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Well, no, that one has. He gets the Iron Spider suit there.
That's in the effing trailer.
Yeah.
I only think about maybe 10 of them at most will be relevant for this movie. I honestly don't think Black Panther is going to be like a necessity for Infinity War because you do kind of see
you get the characters.
You get Black Panther and you get some of his side characters. But you see the Tech of Wakanda at the end credit scene of Civil War.
Yeah,
not to the extreme of it in this movie.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's a necessity. I cannot watch that movie again.
I don't know. Just based off of the trailers I've seen, I'm seeing a lot of. You see a lot of the new characters. You know what I mean? So getting an introduction of like Okoye, Shuri, even M'Baku, he's in the trailers.
Again, I think introduction to these characters are cool in Black Panther.
But you don't think they're going to be a huge deal?
No.
You have to have seen Black Panther to enjoy these characters.
Okoye, is that her name?
Yeah.
She was cool in Black Panther, but you put her up against Captain America, people were going to be like, give me Captain America over her. Nothing against her, but chat wants to know which movies are relevant to Infinity War, which is a good question.
So
because in your video you said all of them.
I said do your homework just in case because I mean I haven't seen it at this point. They could literally they could have a 20-minute spiel in the movie where they're like, okay, let's make sure we reference every single movie that's ever happened. No, when we say that, we're saying movies that are going to primarily tie into this movie. So, for example, Avengers 2, you know, if you're thinking about the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which was the movie right before Avengers 2, did you have to see that movie to understand what was going on in Avengers 2?
What, Guardians?
Guardians.
No, but you need to see Guardians to know what's going on.
Did you need to see Iron Man 3 to understand what was going on?
Infinity War is the whole Marvel universe. Avengers have been their own thing. I think that you need the whole Marvel universe leads up to this, but only certain movies lead up to Avengers. But I think you definitely need to see the first 2 Avenger movies.
Yes, definitely watch those 2.
The first Thor movie, I would say.
I'd say anything within
the second
Infinity
Thor.
Stone.
Unfortunately, the second Thor movie, I would say, is a necessity. Captain America's Civil War.
I'd say the whole Captain America trilogy. No,
the first one, second one's great, but it doesn't really have anything. No, except for the Winter Soldier, nothing really has to do with. Except for the Winter Soldier, Falcon, and Black Panther being in, or not Black Panther, Black Widow being in that movie. Nothing else is going to really tie into the greater story of Infinity War because Shield's been done for years. So
I think both Guardians movies.
I definitely think the first one.
Definitely the first one.
The second one, not so much because the second one's kind of its own weird thing. Yeah, but Mantis is just a character. That's that's my argument with Black Panther. Black Panther, you're just introducing the characters pretty much and Wakanda.
Right.
So it doesn't have anything to do with it. Yeah. Oh well.
Thor 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely Thor 3.
The end credit scene.
Definitely Thor 3. Yeah. And if you haven't, so the whole Thor trilogy. I would say the first and the third Captain America.
Any Iron Mans?
First Iron Man. Just because it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it sets up the whole cinematic universe.
I wouldn't say Ant-Man. I don't think he's going to be in this movie at all.
You don't need to see Ant-Man.
It doesn't look like he's in it.
You need to see Ant-Man to go into Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That is true, and that comes out in July.
Which I'm very excited for.
I am very excited about that movie. I'm excited for Wasp. But we'll talk about that later. But
is that it?
So that's all I can think of, yeah.
Let's go in order. So you need to see Iron
Man 1.
Captain America 1. Thor.
Avengers.
So that's phase 1 movies you need to see.
Phase 2.
Thor 2.
Thor 2. Guardians 1.
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And then phase 3.
Captain America Civil War, definitely. Doctor Strange.
Definitely Doctor Strange.
Because definitely Doctor Strange.
The Eye of Agamotto is the time stone.
Yep.
Thor, you already said Thor 3, Doctor Strange.
You say Guardians 2?
You say Guardians 2, I don't, but we can go ahead and throw Guardians 2
really?
in there.
Well, my only thing is because you get the relationship with
how dark Thanos kind of is with Nebula.
Oh yeah, like you get Nebula's hatred, you get where she's at, where she's going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Plus the introduction of Mantis.
Okay.
Which I mean, you already said doesn't.
Yeah, but I'll say Guardians too, just because you do kind of get a little bit more.
You get mention of Thanos
backstory,
even though you don't see him.
And if you only see Guardians, like if you're going off this list and you don't put Guardians 2 in there, you watch Guardians 1 and you watch Infinity War, all of a sudden Nebula's,
Nebula's somewhere completely different.
Friends with him, so
and then
I think she's going to be crucial to this story. She hasn't been really big in the first 2 Guardians. She kind of was, kind of wasn't, but I think she'll be big in this movie.
Yeah. I think she kind of has to be, yeah.
And I just love that actress. I'm not going to attempt her last name. Karen Gillan. I loved her in Jumanji.
Karen Gillan.
And then
that was her in Jumanji. I forgot about that.
And then was that it?
That was a great movie.
So would you say Black Panther? I don't personally.
I only say Black Panther only because it looks like a huge portion of the movie takes place in Wakanda.
Forever.
Yeah, like I say Black Panther because because of that.
Okay.
I just think there's too much of the things that are too many things that are going on in the trailers make me go, okay, I'm glad I've seen Black Panther. I'm gonna try and see it one more time before. Luckily, it's still in theaters. I'm gonna try and see it one more time, regardless of what I think about it. I'm gonna see it one more time. You know what I mean? So, if you haven't written this stuff down, write it down, only because those movies are a lot easier to cram than all 19 movies at this point. I think it's 18. Infinity War will be 19.
It will be 19, yeah.
So I think that'll be a lot easier to binge. I've been doing the weekly binge where I started January 1st with Iron Man, and this week was gonna be, it was Thor Ragnarok week, but then when they bumped up the movie an extra up early a week, it kind of messed things up because it was gonna be last week was Black Panther, but blah 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 blah. This is it. So I have Black Panther to see, and then I am done with my marathon.
Yeah,
and it's been awesome. I love it every single week watching one.
What? You skipping out on Thor Ragnarok to watch Black Panther?
No, I already watched Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, I mean,
no. I finished that. Stinking Thursday or Friday.
I'm gonna cancel this podcast right now and beat you up.
No,
canceling Thor Ragnarok to watch.
There were some movies that I was extremely excited to watch when I was doing my binge, and that was one of them. Was the Thor Ragnarok? I was like, God, I can't wait to see that. And on my new 4K TV. Oh, that movie is gorgeous.
That's probably my favorite MCU movie.
You're gonna say Infinity Stone.
That's probably my favorite Infinity Stone.
No, that's up there. Speaking of, let's do favorite MCU stuff.
Okay.
All right. So, because after doing this binge, I was thinking of a whole bunch of things that I was like, oh man, that's great. So here's one that I want you to think about very, very carefully. You ready? Because, and it's weird. It's not like a favorite or anything. which one do you think is the most underrated MCU film? I know that makes you have to think about that. I have an answer for that.
What?
After rewatching all these, I think Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's good.
I think Ant-Man's fantastic. You kidding?
Ant-Man's
that movie
fun.
is great.
Ant-Man's funny.
Yeah, Ant-Man was great, and I just when you
Ant-Man's
put it next,
smart.
When you put it next to all the other MCU films, that movie kind of like people don't really think about it, but Hannah and I were watching it, and I was like, man, why don't more people think about this movie? Like, why don't more people talk about this movie? This movie's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad that there's a sequel to that coming out. But that was what I thought. If you had to think of most underrated, like the Avengers movies, Civil War, Guardians.
The Avengers can't be underrated, man.
No,
they're all
those are all like top tier. I'm thinking which movies are good that you think people are like, yeah.
Because Ant-Man was probably going to be my answer.
Yeah.
But I'll change it. Let's see. So you pick Ant-Man?
I picked Ant-Man.
I'm typing up a list for
fantastic,
the chat.
and I don't think enough people talk about that when they're talking about the MCU.
Ant-Man's good.
They're all talking, Guardians, Civil War, Avengers, Winter Soldier.
Can I say the same answer as you?
Go for it. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I say Ant-Man.
I think that really is the only answer.
Yeah, I say Ant-Man.
When I think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what about your favorite villain? MCU.
Okay, so you can say Loki, but really in Ragnarok, he kind of became the hero.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say Ronan, which a lot of people
wouldn't agree with you on that
but
one.
But
I
was
think
scared
that answer's awesome.
of Ronan.
Yeah.
So Ronan or probably Ronan.
Or
Winter Soldier. Or I don't understand the Michael B. Jordan hype. I don't like him in anything I've seen. I liked him in Chronicle.
Mm-hmm. I liked him a lot.
Fantastic Four, though. Van Forstick.
That's just a bad movie.
Yeah, he's bad. Well, I mean, he didn't make it.
It's hard to do anything good in that movie.
Yeah. So, Ronan's probably mine.
I agree. Oh no, I'm sorry. Understand? There we go. Mine. It's honestly because I like villains that are extremely relatable, who you don't want to see lose. Almost.
If you say Killmonger.
No, I'm not going to say Killmonger. I don't want to see him lose because I understand where they're coming from.
Malekith.
We're at the same time. No, God.
Sounds like you're describing Malekith.
It's close to that. But honestly, I like villains like that, and then I like villains that are just really over the top. Just you cannot kill them. You cannot touch them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And honestly, they're kind of new. They came out last year. My two favorite, I think. When I think of favorite villains, I think of the Vulture, and I think of Hela.
I did like Hela.
I liked Hela a lot.
That whole fight scene where she just kills all of Asgard by herself.
Asgard, yeah.
Dude, Hela was awesome.
Yeah. So I think
Vulture was cool.
Vulture was cool.
I like him.
Honestly, it's probably Hela. There we go.
Hela's
I said
cool.
it.
Wow.
I think Hela might be my favorite MCU film.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
This is my favorite movie. No, I think that might be my favorite bad guy.
Cate Blanchett, bad girl. Cate
Blanchett,
dog.
You could tell she was having so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Like she's just owning it.
Cate Blanchett's awesome.
Yeah. She just had so much fun with that, and because of that, it was just like you couldn't touch her. You know what I mean? I love villains like that.
My biggest theory around Thor Ragnarok, because two things. I thought it was gonna suck when the trailers came out.
I got really skeptical.
And I remember that was the first time we did assigned seating, and I was like, if they kick me out of the theater, I'll be fine, because I sat in my wrong seat on purpose.
Right.
I was like, I'll be fine. This movie's gonna suck anyway. So I'm very glad I wasn't that stubborn.
Yeah.
Two, I thought, because she's the goddess of death.
Yes.
I thought her big thing was that she was going to be
Thanos' boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did too. I'm still. Yeah, I know.
She still could be.
Yeah.
She is the goddess of death.
Yeah. So I was like, if he had a boo, that would make sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was a huge theory.
Yeah.
But no, I think she's definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
I think it's like her. Vulture's like right below.
Vulture was
Vulture's
cool.
like the one that's like very what do you call it? Relatable one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Plus that the reveal that he's
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was
my gosh, I could see open the door and I saw the movie maybe 2 or 3 times in theaters, and every time you could tell somebody had not seen that movie because when he opens the door, you hear somebody go, "Oh!" You know what I mean? Every single time was hilarious.
Yeah,
because that was all of us the first time, but then like the second or third time, you always had at least one person in the theater. Rewatching Thor Ragnarok, you ready for this? I didn't catch this, and Hannah and I were talking about it. They kept making it a point to say that she draws her power from Asgard, right? And Thor and Loki draw their power from Asgard. Asgard went.
Yeah.
So does that mean Thor's going to get weak? You think Thor's going to be extremely weak when he fights Thanos for the first time?
Is it the metaphorical Asgard?
No, like literally, like the place of Asgard. Like you see it when Hela first comes on the scene. She's like all tattered and then beat up, and then the second she gets to Asgard, like her clothes start repairing. Her you can physically see it, and then that's when she just tears.
So when he's on Sakaar, does that count as him? I guess Asgard is still up.
I think of it as like a battery or something like that.
Like a there lantern.
For a while, you get like a green. I guess that's kind of how it was. You know what I mean? Because he's been away from that for a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He was away for a couple times, but now that it's not there at all,
that's a good point. I don't know.
Maybe that'll.
I would think that it's more of like the metaphorical Asgard, but we'll see.
Yeah,
because he gets a new hammer.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, but there's a toy called Thor's hammer.
Yeah, Stormbreaker.
Yeah. So
I think it's made out of part Groot.
There's my Groot's theory. With him.
Yeah. So, Groot's with him, and part of the hammer is made out of wood. So part of me's like, oh, it's gonna be
that'll be fun.
Yeah, part Groot.
What if the hammer comes alive?
That would be cool.
It'd be weird.
It just yeah, because it looks like an axe mixed with a hammer.
It does. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, it looks like the ultimate. It
does. Yeah. It does. And he kind of no, he doesn't, because Ultimate Thor still has long hair. Sorry, I lied.
I like him with shorter hair.
I do too.
But sorry, moving on to other favorites.
Yes, I'm ready.
Favorite MCU film? When you think of it, you got 5 seconds.
Thor Ragnarok.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier's good.
Winter Soldier. That was easy. Least favorite MCU film?
You're okay. So it's a tie.
Thor 2.
It's a 3-way tie for me. Because I was about to say it's a 2-way tie. I always forget about Thor 2. I've seen Thor 2 once, and I don't remember a damn thing that happens in that movie.
Yeah.
Except the post-credit scene.
Yeah. That's why I thought the movie was great, because the post-credit scene, but then I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh, wait, the movie's awful.
Yeah. So Thor 2 is definitely up there.
Thor 2 is my least favorite.
Here's Iron Man 3. I hated that movie. Black Panther.
Really? You would put those all together? Man, the internet might shun you for that one.
I don't care.
So, no, that's what I think is awesome about humanity, is because we can all have our opinions, and our opinions mean a lot to other people who do not share them. I think that's a really good thing. No, it's definitely Thor 2 for me.
Thor 2's bad.
Thor 2, yeah, I just didn't. When I was rewatching this when I was doing my rewatch of all the movies, I just remember, I think instead of actually watching it, we put it on while we like cleaned up the apartment or something like that.
It's bad.
Yeah, because also we had seen it not too long ago, because we had watched the first 2 Thor movies in preparation for Thor 3.
Yeah.
So we had watched it that November, so it's not like it wasn't in our heads already, but I was still like, so that was definitely up there. Least favorite villain.
Oh, Malekith. Snap. Let's see. I'm not even
going to
throw Malekith,
that's too easy.
That's an easy answer.
That's too easy.
Because as much as I didn't like his character, I did kind of like his design. I like the way they made the Dark Elves look.
Yeah, they look stupid.
You think they look stupid?
I think they look stupid.
I
just think like their prosthetic looking faces, they just look plastic. You know what I mean?
Spider-Man looks plastic in Spider-Man looks plastic in Civil War.
That is true. That is very true.
And I will say this, and I might get some hate for this. The Black Order fight scene that was released, that little clip, I don't like the CG on the Black Order. I love the Russo brothers, and I think they're good directors, but their CG so far has just been
spotty.
Yes, because Civil War to me,
I'd have to look at it again. Honestly, they're moving so fast, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, well, but Winter Soldier's great. CG in that movie's great, but least favorite villain.
I don't have to think about that one.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't care for Zemo. Honestly,
Zemo doesn't count. Yeah,
does it really?
I mean, Zemo's kind of villain. He kind of sucked.
Yeah.
God, because I want to say that guy from Doctor Strange, Caecilius.
Oh, Caecilius.
But I love the actor. Yeah, but I don't really know what his. Like I know, but I don't know what his motive was.
Yeah, if you rewatch it, his motive made a lot more. It made more sense when I rewatched it and I really paid attention. You know what I mean? To what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because half of it just sounds like mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
But
I feel like that's another easy one because a lot of people didn't like him or Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket's
Yellow Jacket did suck.
Sucked.
Because he was just bad, and their explanation was like, "Oh yeah, he gets crazy."
Yeah, it's like he
gets crazy when you're exposed to the Pym particles for too long.
But I'm like,
he didn't have them for that. Well, I don't know.
And Hank Pym didn't go.
Yeah, he didn't go too crazy. So as far as we know,
it's true.
Yeah, because he is known to be a wife beater.
Get off with that. Okay, I'll say Yellow Jacket.
Yeah,
I'll say Yellow Jacket.
I respect that. No,
Oh no! I changed my answer. Ego.
Ego from Guardians 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I changed my answer big time.
You didn't like him?
No, I didn't like that movie. I thought that was. No, I didn't like that movie.
I think my least favorite is Ronan.
No, you don't.
I just wanted to see your reaction. No, honestly, it's probably up there with Yellow Jacket, Malekith, Zemo.
I think it's kind of like it's going to be a tie for me between those two and then Ego with me. So
respect.
Killmonger I hated, but like to me, Ego and Yellow Jacket and Caecilius just I don't know what their purpose was.
Right. Or I mean, if they had one.
If they have them, like Ego, you have that cool line, spoiler alert, where he's like, "That's why I had to kill your mom," or something like that.
That was cool.
And you're just like,
I love Star-Lord's reaction to that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but like that's it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes, Drax. I have a penis.
Stupid.
That's from a movie that I have seen.
So
not a fan. Okay, here's one that I thought about. Disappointments. Like it could be parts, characters that you were like you had expectations for, but then didn't pan out.
Okay. I know.
And then I'll have the opposite of that moving forward.
I have
two.
I have two as well. You go first. I went first last time.
My two, okay. I'll just say Zemo just because I talked about them just a second ago. Zemo, because in the comics, he's wearing like a purple or it's like pinkish purple suit and he has a sword and he's like he's a baron.
He's cool.
You know what I mean? He's really cool. But in this movie, he was like, oh, he's a special forces dude who just does some smart stuff that doesn't make sense the first couple times you watch the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a second.
Even when you do understand his motive, he got lucky.
Yeah,
all that is pure
coincidence. Yeah, I was not a fan of the portrayal. And honestly, the actor was fine. He would have done a fine job. It was the script didn't make Zemo.
What's his name? Daniel Bruhl.
Bruhl. Yes.
He's in something that's like a nihilist or something. Cloverfield. He is into
the new Cloverfield.
He's just got a bad habit of playing bad characters because I didn't like him in that movie.
He's a fine actor.
He's a great actor.
Yeah. No, that and actually the other one is a character as well. But I did not like how they portrayed Ultron in Age of Ultron.
I can see that.
Because, and my reasoning, when they announced that Ultron was going to be the bad guy for Avengers 2, I was like, okay, I was telling my wife, because, now she knows all this stuff. Yeah. But at the time, she had no idea who this Ultron guy was, right? So I was like, okay, let me explain who this person is. He is this cold-hearted, literally super intelligent being who you, like, just can't touch him. He is extremely powerful. like all these crazy resources. You have no idea how to track him, blah, 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 you know, and he's calm, collected. And it's almost like kind of scary because he's kind of monotone in all the TV shows and stuff like that. And honestly, I think that's scarier than James Spade.
Well, the thing
is it James Spade?
James Spader.
That's it. James Spader's portrayal, which I mean, like he did fine, but like, hey, I don't know. He didn't scare me the way that Ultron scares me in the comics. You know, Ultron shows up, you know, crap's about to hit the fan, and he showed up in this one, and I was like, oh, he's cracking jokes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the very first time he shows up, it's really creepy.
Oh yeah, the whole
that is Ultron. Scene. That's the Ultron I know. That really creepy, like, oh my goodness gracious, I am not a fan of this. Creepy A dude doing creepy A stuff. But then later on in the movie, he's got a mouth, which I thought was weird. I
see your point, because you know comics more than me, especially Marvel. So you read Ultron comics more than me. When I was going in, because I knew Ultron was like that. I knew he was very stoic, very monotone, kind of a one-track mind, and it's I want to dominate everything. I went into Age of Ultron because I was getting very livid. I was like, if Hank Pym doesn't make him, it's trash. And if he doesn't make Vision, it's trash. Which I liked the Tony Stark making him, and I liked that he was kind of what Tony would Stark be if Ultron was made by Tony Stark. But sense. I can understand people not liking his portrayal. I didn't personally have a problem with it, but I 100% understand why people do.
Yeah.
So, especially like diehard people, because that was my problem with the Mandarin. That was my most.
Oh yeah, because he was not. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious! I completely forgot about that.
Underwhelming. Is that what we're talking about? What disappointed us?
Thing that made you disappointed? Yeah. I feel like saying that. Oh, I wish the Mandarin was the Mandarin. Is I completely forgot about that guy in the villains discussion.
I don't even consider him a villain because he's not. Because that
Aldrich Killian sucked.
Yeah. That movie sucks.
That movie's not. Not a fan.
So that's one of mine.
Yeah.
Is the Mandarin, because it would be different if they made his attitude different. Because is the Mandarin in the books, is he kind of like very serious as well? See, if they made him more of a Tony Stark villain, that'd be fine. But they didn't make him a villain at all. They made him an actor.
They made him a joke.
And then they made him a GD joke.
Yeah.
And then they made that stupid one shot.
Oh, being like, oh yeah,
he wants his name back.
Yeah.
But they're never gonna do anything with it. Like, you know it and I know it.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty much just a way of saying I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that upset me so much. And I knew about that going in to the movie, which upset me even more.
Right.
So, but that ticked me off. And then a weird one, I didn't like that no one died in Civil War.
Oh yeah,
because it made the stakes so low.
Yeah. I mean, you get the disbanding of the Avengers, so that's a pretty big deal. Because now, well, I don't know. I was gonna say the Avengers are all disbanded by the time.
But you know that means that they're gonna have to come together for Thanos.
Yeah.
And I knew that sitting in the theater, because at this point, Infinity War was already, or at least you knew Thanos was gonna come together. So you're like, okay, they're gonna break up and then come back together.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Destiny's Child do it so many times. So I don't know. That sounds so dark just to say I was disappointed that no one died in a movie.
Right.
But I mean, because you get Peggy Carter, but
you knew she was gonna die.
Yeah, you knew she was gonna die. You get T'Challa's dad, but you knew he had to. Die. So I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't have like a hero death.
No. There's a lot of problems.
Probably because they're saving up the hero deaths for this movie.
But still, I mean, you could have killed someone.
I can't think of who they would have killed or who they could have killed. That would have
War Machine. You could have.
They got close to it.
They should have. Nothing against Don Cheadle or War Machine, but
that would have been. I think if someone would have died, that would have been a good one.
Because that just would have pissed Tony Stark.
That would have made Tony just completely hate Cap.
Because I think his whole thing with getting pissed off at Winter Soldier and Captain America at the very end is kind of like, dude, you knew he was mind controlled. Like,
yeah,
play off with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was a weird little scenario.
But it's set up for a cool fight. But I'm like, you literally just found out that he was mind controlled for all these years. Yeah. So miss me with that. Yeah. It's my 4th time saying it on this live stream. But so what was the next question?
That's all the ones I had.
Didn't you have the most like
oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. That was the most disappointing moments. What was the moments that made you go, okay, this is magical? For me, it was the very first time. It was the very first time I watched the Avengers.
I feel like that's a cop-out answer as well.
Oh yeah, you think so? Like, oh, that's everybody's favorite. Okay. Let me do this then. Is the airport fight? Because I loved it. There were so many things about the airport fight that made me so happy. Sure. In Civil War.
You can. I'll disagree 100%. But yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. How about this thing I thought was not going to work as soon as I saw the new logo for this movie, but I was so blown away. Thor Ragnarok.
No, just the movie in general.
Just everything about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a certain scene, or are we talking about something?
I mean,
that you thought was going to suck.
That's also cop out too, isn't it?
No, because Thor Ragnarok's great.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok's pretty sticking good. What did I think?
Because I'll agree with you on Thor Ragnarok.
Thing that okay, I'll take this. I wish I could relive this moment. There's 2. I always have 2, I guess. But the scene in Winter Soldier where they reveal that Hydra is S.H.I.E.L.D.
That was a good one.
I had no idea. Completely took me off guard, and it just made me question everything that was the MCU at that point. And because everything was so S.H.I.E.L.D. centered. You know what I mean? And then that plus, I wish I could relive this moment just because it was so great, where it was Civil War, and you know how it had the title card? Yeah, when it said Queens and everybody in the theater lost their minds.
Yeah.
Because we knew it was going to be Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
That was a good one.
I wish I could relive that again and again. Just that moment of just pure awe and happiness.
Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious.
That was a good one.
Amazing. We're going to get another moment like that, hopefully in the next couple of years with Fantastic Four and X-Men. And I'm okay with it. I'm excited to have them in the MCU again.
I'm excited to have their villains.
Now that too. That too.
I don't like X-Men at all. I will say that. Logan was darn good.
You saw Logan?
I saw Logan recently, and I wish I had seen it before our first podcast because it'll probably be my favorite movie of 2017.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I genuinely man cried.
That should have been an Oscar movie. I don't know why it wasn't. Compared to all the stupid Oscar movies that we had this season, that should have been an Oscar movie.
Nope. Instead, we got the winner being Fishman Sex. How in the world that movie?
I feel like that's the only scene of that movie you've seen.
Well, no. It's that mixed with the weird dancing.
It's a bad
random dancing scene.
It's a bad movie.
With the fact that her morning routine. I'm just gonna say that's how the movie starts, and you're like, so that's the kind of movie I'm watching. Okay, cool.
It's all art, man. Don't you get it?
No,
I don't get it. Yeah, no. I didn't like that movie. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, I'm supposed to feel for this. Yeah, no. I did not like that movie.
So that probably would have been my favorite movie of 20.
No, Logan was fantastic.
Yeah. It's a tie between that and It, but mine is probably the "Who the hell is Bucky" line.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
Just because that's my favorite panel of any comic book.
Uh-huh.
So I love Winter Soldier. So that was definitely up there for me because I don't know why I didn't think they were gonna say it.
Right.
But
you were like, hey, you better say it. They better say this movie is suck.
They did, and it's cool how they did.
You were like,
yes. Because I knew it was him, but like Steve Rogers didn't know it was him, and it's like that's the first like his mask just came off and he just turned around and he's like, "Hey, bro, teen." So you're like, "All right, don't snap."
Yeah.
So that a scene I liked because I thought in the trailer it was going to suck. The Hulkbuster versus Hulk fight.
Oh, that thing's so cool.
Because I used to not be a fan of Hulk. Yeah. I don't know why. Big brute characters for some reason just don't do it for me.
Right.
I've really started to like Hulk. I even have recently bought a Hulk pop.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, Hulk Ragnarok pop because that fight seems also
I love that
darn
fight.
Good. Would Thor have won that fight had
probably. I think
so
with his Thor power.
So Thor's better. Thor's stronger.
Thor when he taps into his god power, I guess.
Yeah, you're right though. So I could watch.
But he's gonna get his butt handed to him in Infinity War.
Don't
it looks like.
Say that.
He is. He's literally floating through space,
and he's literally has his head. Someone's grabbing his head,
and he's screaming like baby.
So that Hulkbuster Hulk fight was in Age of Ultron was awesome, and not just the fight itself, but like how they kind of did the anti-BVS, where it's like, oh, all we care about is the destruction. Like they're about to destroy a building, and Tony Stark's like, let me buy her.
Yeah, that was around. No, that was Man of Steel. That was around
Man of Steel. Because
BVS came out the year after that.
And yeah, because BVS does 3 times in the movie. It's like, hey, this island's
right. Luckily, nobody's here in this part of the city.
Everyone's on vacation.
Everyone's on vacation. Oh, it's nighttime. No one goes here at nighttime.
It's the harbor that's been abandoned for 28 years. Yeah, you're like, stop.
No human has stepped on this place for 20 years.
There's blow it up. No humans on Earth right now.
Yeah, let's just blow everything up.
So stupid.
That was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. That whole fight scene and then the whole idea of it. So I really liked that. But yeah, that's probably my number.
I've got 2 more
for
you, and then I'm done.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Favorite end credit scene?
Okay, so I also have 2. I don't know why this one is up there for me, but Iron Man 2 end credit scene, we see Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Just because that was the first one where you're like,
oh, wow, they're doing this.
Yeah, because you get the Iron Man 1 with Nick Fury, which
Fury
we missed.
Coming in, which we completely missed because that was like the first time they had ever done anything.
I've never seen that one in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters the second time.
Oh, you did?
Because everybody was like, oh, yeah, did you see the end credit scene? Nick Fury shows up, says something about the Avengers. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I rewatched it. Oh, my gosh.
So that one's up there because Iron Man Hulk is good. The Incredible Hulk one is cool too. Because you RDJ show up in the bar with Thunderbolt Ross, and he's like, "Hey, bro, team, we need Hulk for this team that we're making."
Yeah.
But it was really Thor, or when you see Thor's hammer and Hulk 2, where you're like,
"Yeah, that was really cool." I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that at all. Yeah.
I mean, that was cool.
Yeah, and then the classic Avengers 1.
Oh, with Thanos.
Because I really like the way practical Thanos works.
Yeah.
Works.
He has a tiny hand.
Yeah, I love the tiny, white hand.
Hand with the super dark purple face.
No, I loved the face and everything about that. So
he was an extra. He was one of
the fighters in Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's definitely my 2.
Yeah. God, I love the Iron Man 2 one. No one thinks about that one.
I know.
Because I usually think about it was the first time I ever saw this. You know what I mean? Now, can I be honest? The end credit scenes recently kind of disappointing. You know
I love
like the ones that have been.
Yeah, I love Winter Soldier, but I didn't love Black Panthers.
Black Panthers, no, I didn't like that one. I mean, Thor 3 was okay with the Sanctuary ship.
That one's okay, but I mean, like if you don't know who Thanos is.
Yeah, you're like, who?
Because I didn't know that was like, had I not looked it up beforehand,
you're terrible.
If you go on IMDb, do not go on IMDb, because IMDb, if you just keep scrolling down the Infinity War page, whenever the reviews do come out under crazy credits, it'll tell you right there what it is. Like you don't have to click on anything; it'll just tell you what the end credit scenes are, and that's what happened with Thor Ragnarok. Because I had no idea those. Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther, I didn't know anything about the movie, but I knew both the end credit scenes. But had I not looked up that was Thanos' ship, I probably would not have known.
Right.
Because I didn't know he had a ship.
Yeah.
Does he have a ship in the books? Is that it?
The Sanctuary.
And does it look like that?
See, looks just like it.
Over my head.
Yeah. See, I saw it. I was like, ha, 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 you guys are screwed. And I didn't catch this until Hannah told me because we were watching it. And because I always just saw the shadow. I'm like, oh, look, there's a shadow. Oh, my God. That's Thanos' ship. You know what I mean? But if you rewatch it, you see Thor and Loki's reactions.
Oh, yeah. Thor's
Loki looks like he's about to crap himself.
Yeah.
He looks terrified.
He knows what it is.
And I never caught that. Hannah pointed it out, and I'm like, oh, really? And I watched it. I'm like, genuinely, he looks like he's terrified. He's the only one
who would know what that is.
Who would know who he is. Yeah.
What about Thor? What's Thor doing?
Thor's just like, oh, big shadow. Wonder what that is. And Loki's just like, we're screwed. But I think with mine, and You know, some people were like, they were disappointed in it because they knew it was going to happen. When Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet,
they didn't like that one.
They were like, "Oh, well, we knew Infinity War was going to happen, so we knew that."
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, but he got the gauntlet, but it's cool
because I wasn't expecting that at all.
God, oh, that was amazing. And his line,
yeah,
because literally he had spent all the movies he was in, he had been getting other people to get them for him, and they were failing him. So he's like, "Frick, fine, I'll do it myself."
Yeah, frick.
Oh yeah, I mean he does say that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
loved it.
That's a good one.
Loved it. No, I love that one. And I honestly, that might have been up there for me.
That's a good one. That would have been mine.
Yeah.
Probably had to not spoiled that one for me too.
Yeah. Apparently you tried spoiling it for me too. I remember that. Because you're like, hey man, Thanos says something really cool.
I just wanted to let you know.
And I didn't want to know.
I wanted you to
spoiled it for Hannah because she did me the favor of reading that and deleting that message.
I'm sorry, Hannah.
Which I'm so afraid you're going to do that for this movie.
I won't do it for this movie. No, I won't do it.
Thank you. You won't do it. I don't want
it. Bothering too much of me about it.
Dude, I'm so dead serious. I'm like, I don't want anything. I don't know what anything happens in this movie, even though I've dissected every trailer whatever. So that might be one of my favorites. Although, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Thor 2s.
Oh, that's a good
Thor
one.
2s, and not really anything special about it.
That's
like I didn't care about
the Infinity Gem
when they said Infinity Stone.
Yeah,
I didn't even think. It did not cross my mind that the Tesseract, the Ether, all that stuff were Infinity Stones. Those were the things.
Yeah.
That one was one that I genuinely gasped in the theater.
Yeah. That is a good one.
You know what made me scream in the theater though? And I don't know if this counts as an end credits scene as much, but the end of Captain America, the First Avenger. Do you remember what that one was?
Oh, it's the
very first Avengers trailer.
Yeah.
I lost my mind. I was literally like hands in my hand, head in, screaming in the theater. Screaming in the theater. It's the very first movie Hannah and I ever watched, MCU wise, and I just embarrassed myself in front of her, screaming my head off because I just saw Thor and Iron Man together first time, and just seeing all that to go, it was amazing. But I think it'd be those. Those would be my favorite.
It's a good one.
I've got a least favorite.
Who has a least favorite? Oh, the Howard the Duck?
Yeah, mine. Literally, Guardians of the Galaxy, great film. Then I was so excited because I thought...
Because it pissed me off because James Gunn was like, it's going to be probably the one that's going to set up the MCU the most.
He did say that stinking Joker. No, he said that, and I was thinking it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be some stinking crazy Thanos scene, because Thanos was in the movie. It's going to be something setting him up, or it was going to be a trailer to Age of Ultron, which I don't think at that point we had. You know what I mean? So I knew it was going to be one of those two things, and I was so stinking excited about it, and it didn't happen.
No.
And it didn't happen. I was so...
No, none of that
Instead, happened. You got a little joke. Here's a little joke for you.
Here's a little, idiot.
See, you like it when ducks drink here? Stupid. I was so mad.
That was stupid.
Genuinely made me upset for the rest of the night. Yeah. I learned at that point,
taste in your mouth.
Yeah,
the movie's good, but that's what you think about.
Yeah, that was the thing I left because honestly, with those movies, the end credit scene, the last thing that happens is what you leave the movie thinking about. So like Thor 2, I thought it was a good movie because I was so excited about the Infinity Stones, and then I rewatched Thor. I'm like, oh wow,
Thor 2's universally like the worst one, right?
Yeah. Which I think everybody thinks that's the worst one, but that was one of my favorite end credit scenes, and so that was like, I thought it was great because of that thing alone.
Yeah.
Guardians, I was like, oh, what a disappointing movie because of Howard the Duck. But then I rewatched it and I'm like, oh wait, the movie's good.
Yeah.
So once I realized it, I don't know. I'm hoping, because I'm glad I've kind of gotten over all of that for the past couple of end credit scenes, because the past couple of end credit scenes,
yeah, the Russo brothers, I watched like 2 or 3 interviews with them this morning, and they are just like, we really tried to not put an end credit scene in this movie. And I'm like, okay, that's either them like trying to psych us out and they just have really good poker faces.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, of all the movies.
Yeah, because I mean,
I just want something Captain Marvel.
I think we'll see something Captain Marvel. Because my big thing, Infinity War, I don't think the second one's going to be called Infinity Gauntlet. I do think it'll be called Secret Wars, but I think it'll change it up because I don't think Thanos will die in this one. I think he'll be like, the Avengers, I think he's going to kill a couple of them, but he's going to be like, okay, I can't do this by myself. So what I'm going to do is make them kill each other and then put them on the, like that little battle world, and make them. So I think Avengers 4 is going to be
them. Dang.
Because that's my theory.
That would be crazy.
Or he's going to be like, I can beat them by myself. So
why would I do that?
Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just make them psychologically kill themselves?
Which you can do that with the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just Reality Stone I don't know which one you do that to, create your own little realm almost. But I think that's what Avengers 2 is going to be called.
So excited.
Because I think he'll get the full Infinity Gauntlet, not midway through this movie, but like at the beginning of the third act.
Yeah. He'll have the Infinity Gauntlet by
because I don't think it's going to end with him like getting the Infinity Gauntlet and that roll credits.
I say he gets it and snaps his finger. That's how the movie ends. So you don't know what happens. It's one of those ambiguous and
yeah, I don't know. But
yeah, like you know how Harry Potter ended with you're like, oh man, he doesn't need to get the Elder Wand, Voldemort, and then that's how it ends with him getting the Elder Wand.
Voldemort.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just what I thought.
Hufflepuff for life, dog.
So, but no, I am so excited about that. I know we've been kind of dragging this for a while. Honestly, I could see our next podcast next week's going on for like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Get ready. So
yeah, we'll be here. We'll be talking nerd
because I'm glad that we'll see it twice at that point.
Yeah. So then we can give you guys a good reaction to it.
Yeah.
So, awesome. You guys, hope you enjoyed this week. Hope you guys enjoyed us talking about this. Are you gonna go see it this week? Are you planning on seeing it? Are you gonna be seeing it early like we are, a day early? Are you gonna see it this weekend? Are you one of the few souls out there that are like, I'm not gonna go see it at all? Are there people that are like that? I think everyone's gonna go see this movie.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Probably the same people who are like, oh, can I have Pepsi instead of Coke?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So, no. I'm excited. I know you're excited too. So stay tuned. We'll be doing our videos throughout the week, so you'll be seeing our faces there. Video games tomorrow.
Yes. And then movies.
Movies Wednesday.
Comics,
we'll probably do something Infinity War related.
If we do one on Friday.
Yeah.
Because we will be seeing it twice in 2 days.
I actually do. I'll talk about that later. But you guys, awesome. Keep talking nerd. Stay awesome.
See ya.
Good night. See you at the theater. Farewell.
Watch it in the stream.
Yeah.